Hey, everybody, welcome to Cake Burger. I'm Steve.
I'm Mike.
I'm Woody.
Here we go. Oh, see, like, I'm actually doing it. The point. And we got a very special episode today. We're talking about the PS5 launched game Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I know everybody's all excited about it. I sure am. I know Mike, superfan Mike, is definitely excited about it. And we're going to talk about it. Here we go.
Well, we also forgot to mention that this is our 100th episode.
This is our 100th episode, yeah.
Happy birthday, guys. You made it to 100. That's awesome. Proud of you. Proud of you all.
We plowed through COVID. We're still not together yet, unfortunately. Hopefully soon we'll be back, producing more videos together and whatnot. But
we still got that Streets of Rage 4 to do.
Yeah, if I can figure out that goddamn Elgato device.
Yeah.
I guess I can't get the audio down yet. I'll figure it out.
100 episodes in, some things never change.
I think we were talking about this 100 episodes ago.
Very first episode we were talking about this. We're still talking about it now.
We'll be talking about a 200th episode.
See, guys, we proved you right. We eventually got that shit right, and we'll get the Elgato stuff right. So we'll hang in there.
And honestly, you want consistency in a YouTube channel. So I mean, we give you that. We give you consistency. That's for sure.
There's gonna come a time where you guys are so far ahead we'll be like, man, remember those episodes where they couldn't get the audio right and they were using Zoom? Oh, that was something that was real.
And I would do more video game videos, but I have no one to bounce off to. I'll be like, oh, look what happened in that game. Oh, wait. I'm talking about
You get some blow-up dolls, stuffed animals, and put our pictures on them and stuff.
I was thinking of doing that. I go, so Woody, what do you think about that? Got nothing to say, huh? What about you, Steve? No, nothing.
Well, first, I hope you at least get like a cutout of my face and put it on the doll or something. I'll let you borrow my shirt or something you can throw on it.
No, it's going to be full-on negative.
If you have any Winnie the Pooh stuffed animals, that's the most resembles my body type. So that. Who wants to start talking about it? I guess you guys are. I play video games, but you guys are more more video game heads than I am. So I think you guys.
Since I'm the one that actually last week when we were gonna do this, I actually went ahead and read the Wikipedia page on the PS5 to do a little bit of research. And this will be the first 9th generation console to come out. Oh man, it seems to be more of a Sony's philosophy is just a more continuation. It's the PS5. It's the next PlayStation. What they promised you in '95 all through, that's what you're gonna get, and that's good games. I'm sure it'll be able to play Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus.
There's two versions of it.
Right, yeah.
And a physical one.
Yeah, see, now that's one thing I'm not huge on. I don't understand why anyone would buy just the digital. Maybe children, like little kids, but me, I'm going to get the physical.
Me too. I mean, with the future of the way it's going, obviously in the future, everything's going to be digital. Comic books, video game consoles, magazines, and as much as people want to deny it, it's coming, and this is the first sign that it's coming.
But as long as you want to collect, why not collect?
I like the idea of having physical, but at the same time, I also like the idea of just turning on a system and then there it is.
Yes.
I think I've embraced the digital of video games more or less than comic books because comic books.
Nintendo. I mean, because with that, I'm not sure PlayStation. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but for the Switch, I know once you buy a game and if you take it off your Switch, you still have it. It's already purchased and downloaded. You can re-download it onto your Switch anytime you want. It's the same thing on PlayStation 2 if you get rid of a game.
Last year I upgraded from an Xbox One to an Xbox One X. It was just a matter of moving everything over. Took a long time, but yeah, you did end up downloading everything again.
Well, if that's the case, I don't know why you wouldn't go digital for most things.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I like, and this is the next game we'll talk about, but I like certain things. I like the physical release. The Zelda games, the Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Us 2 coming in next week. That's gonna be physical, obviously. So there are some games as a fan that I would like to keep physical, and then there's times I got Outer Worlds on PS4. I just downloaded it to play it away. I didn't go to the store to get it, so I downloaded it. I recently got on the Switch, so I got the physical copy on the Switch, you know, and also from limited release, I do have Streets of Rage 4 coming in. God knows when, because they're usually 6 months behind. But I downloaded both the physical and I got the digital too. So.
Well, there's some games like these, they kind of go all out in the presentation, like for like big like flagship titles, like things like I'm sure like Last of Us 2 will do the same thing, and like the last Spider-Man game they had like the custom PlayStation, like the white and black PlayStation you could have got.
Yeah. They're already doing that. They're already doing that with the PS5. There's
I was going to ask about that.
Two of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I might just wait till Spider-Man comes out and then purchase it and get the limited edition.
They got the special Miles Morales edition of it already. And it looks badass, you know what I mean? It's the version to get.
So it also looks like you're going to have like the base model probably, and then you're going to have the next one up where you get, from what the trailer's saying, you get headphones, 2 controllers, and I think someone else too. So I don't know if
camera. There is a camera involved,
Yeah. So I don't know.
I had to do this what we're doing right now, if we ever want to play something.
It'd be great if that was a very system. It wasn't yet like upgrade to like the next system up price range, because it's going to be at least 500, if not a little bit higher. So,
more, yeah, probably even more.
There's no price point yet that I'm aware of. So
aside from price, I think another question on everyone's mind is backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
It seems like everything that's PS4 is going to be compatible, but I want to go back further,
That my son was having the same conversation. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to play PlayStation 1 games, or maybe they'll be like, on the shop on the PlayStation Plus. You can like download those games like retro titles, but I don't think they're going to make. You can pop in like Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance or like that.
That's the thing, though. We were playing Nintendo 64. We were playing Zelda, and it lagged out. And we had to switch over to the GameCube version of our yet to release Zelda 60 Ocarina of Time. We're going to be doing. So they would have to somehow fix the lag issues with the especially PS1, where those games are going to lag out.
Yeah.
Also, for me and Woody, we have all the PlayStation games systems,
and they're not going to remaster all those.
And so for me, that would be kind of a waste of money if they were to, you only had 2 models, the digital and physical, and then you upgrade to if you want all the headphone and all that jazz. But if I had to pay, I'd still get it because I want to play the new Spider-Man game. But for me, spending more than $500, $600 on this would be almost a waste if it was backwards compatibility all the way to PS1, because I already have that. But at the same time, it's great for people like Steve who doesn't have all those the PS1 or PS2.
And then a lot of those games they can't come back to. I noticed that when there was actually quite a bit of controversy when they released San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for PS4 to download, a lot of the music was taken off. So sometimes there's certain, like, even like any Star Wars games, anything that has an IP. Spider-Man. Yeah. Remember this original Spider-Man game for Dreamcast? Would that ever get remastered? Yeah, would that ever get remastered?
Yeah.
No, because is Activision even around anymore?
If they are, already it'd be
because they're releasing Tony Hawk, which was Activision. So
yeah, but that's just Tony Hawk's license. I mean, it's just
they lost a lot.
They probably won't have Spider-Man in it.
Have they lost a lot rights to some IPs too? I mean, like for some music that I'm sure they don't have the rights to anymore for some games. Like you watch a lot of things on Netflix and like a lot of times the theme songs are changed because the rights kind of went like into limbo. They don't have the rights anymore.
Well, I don't think it's so much about them re-releasing. Because the rumor was that it was going to be backwards compatible all the way to PS1, meaning you could play Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man game, on your PS5.
I like that.
And that would be great, but I don't think they would do that because it'd be too expensive.
Well, I say bring back the originals. I want to see the Spider-Man game for Genesis to come back. Remaster that. All right.
Which one?
Anyway, Maximum Carnage remastered.
Yeah. That game holds up, by the way. You don't even need to remaster that. That game does hold up.
Hell, and you need
keep the green Jello music. You know what I mean?
They were Green Jello, then they changed the name to Green Jelly because they got into a market. I know the Maximum Carnage music, and I know the Little Pig song. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And that's all they did. No, but like something like that'd be a great option. But once again, licensing, who owns what?
Speaking of Spider-Man, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the launch title, Spider-Man Miles Morales. Let's get into it.
Let me tuck into this.
So I was so pissed at first when I found out that I thought this was just going to be – I thought the Spider-Man sequel was going to be the launch game and that they were just showing a clip or, you switch between, Spider-Man and Miles, which I'm guaranteeing you that will be the sequel. You switch between, Miles and Peter. But I thought that's what this was. I'm like, God damn it. I'm not going to be able to get a Christmas, PS5 till next year, for Christ's sakes. Why does it have to be launched? But then we find out that Insomniac said this is a standalone story. It's his own game. It's kind of like a DLC type thing, or kind of like the Uncharted series where they released new content. So we're probably going to be getting a remastered PS4 Spider-Man.
Without question.
Because Christ, we're getting a remastered Grand Theft Auto 5.
Ugh. And I mean, I can't really complain that much. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, I mean,
like, come on.
I don't know if this is going to be a DLC or a standalone. I think they're starting a whole new franchise, the Miles Morales games. I think like Sony itself is going to start a franchise with Miles, period, with films and everything else also. So I think
he's popular now. He's getting even more popular. People know him.
I have a theory. Not a theory. A pitch that I think would piss Mike off, but I'll get to it afterwards. But it involves Miles Morales. But one thing I'm excited about, besides the fact that we're getting a Miles game, is the winter level, how it takes place in winter.
Yeah.
Which I said for years, we don't see Spider-Man enough in the snow, and this looks like it's taking place full on.
I don't think we ever have in a video game format.
Yeah.
We've never seen a Grand Theft Auto game take place in the winter.
But in Grand Theft Auto 5, you do go to North Yankton, which is snowing out. That like one little mission there.
I haven't really got that far, so I couldn't thank you for correcting me on that.
It's at the beginning of the game.
No, it's not. Oh yeah, it's right. It's been so long since I played it. I think I just stopped playing it and whatnot, so that's why.
Yeah. All right. Don't worry. There'll be more opportunities to play the game.
Yeah. And then you got Resident Evil 4 coming back and Skyrim coming off of the PS5 too, probably.
Enough. Absolutely. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing them like kind of retinker with Fallout 4. Even when you're not running with mods on these consoles, it freezes now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it more powerful so you can have more mods again, but hey.
Mm.
But I would love that if they tied this into the Spider-Geddon storyline, where Peter goes out to fight the Inheritors again. That version of Peter goes off to the Inheritors. You see some type of thing where, the Doc Ock clone Spidey comes in, takes that Peter, then they go off, and then Miles is left alone to defend New York City. Which he's actually defending Brooklyn. Something's going on in Brooklyn, and he's protecting Brooklyn. So, that's all we really got from Insomniac. I expect to see a lot of the Ultimate Miles, or just Miles from the Ultimate Universe, because that's where he first came from. You'll see the Prowler in it. It's going to be his uncle, guaranteed. I'm sure Tombstone will be in it. Because he was just kind of like a side story, side mission in the original game. So I see him being a bigger role in that.
How about not so much big storylines or big characters? Which throwaway one-shot villains would you like to see in the next game?
Mike,
it has to be one shot. It has to be just like some crappy dude, one level. That's that.
One shot. Well, for the main, not main villain, but a villain I'd like to see. Mike, who do I bring up in every Spider-Man story? I want to see Alistair Smythe, and I want to see
Smythe. That would be cool to see him in it. We haven't seen Mysterio yet in the PS4 game universe.
Because it was cool how with the PS4 Spider-Man, they were able to put some, villains in there. You had your Electro, you had your Rhino, you had your Vulture.
Yeah.
And they were just, even if it was just for a little bit, they were represented.
Yep. I would really love to see a not live action, but a Green Goblin in this. I think the last time a Goblin was in any game was the Spider-Man versus Kingpin game for Sega and Sega CD. I think he was in one of the Game Boy games, one of the Goblin ones, but I don't remember.
Wow, yeah. Well, he wasn't in
the Spider-Man games, there being a Goblin in it.
I'd rather see than Green Goblin. Green Goblin's more of a Peter Parker type. He's more of a connection to him with Norman. But this with Hobgoblin, he's more of like he has his background in like arms dealing and mercenary work. So I think he kind of fits more into this universe rather than Green Goblin would. Plus, obviously Norman Osborn's story is going to continue in Spider-Man 2, given what happened at the end of the first Spider-Man game.
It seems very Spider-Man movie route, where it's going to be Harry's a villain, but he's not going to be a Goblin. It seems like he's going to be the Venom.
I think so, yeah. Well, they did that in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. I mean, they could always go Hobgoblin first, just like they did in the '90s cartoon, where Hobgoblin came before Green Goblin, and then Norman that tech to modified it as a Green Goblin. But I don't know. All we have to go on is like a 1.5-minute trailer that basically showed Miles' costume getting torn apart by some villain, and then some.
It looks fucking amazing.
Yeah. It looks great.
Would you guys want to see any cameos from any other Marvel characters? I mean, I know because it's Sony and that whole thing is, but would you have, like, the Baxter Building's in the original, and so is.
For me, well, when you guys talk about DLC, Miles doesn't have that many costumes, really. He doesn't have that long history, that kind of thing. I think if anything, you're going to see more things like Spider-Gwen, like characters from Spider-Verse. I think you'll see more of that rather than costumes from Miles with that.
And now,
freeze up.
I have one costume.
There you
go. You don't want to see him. I mean, I would still love to have, Scarlet Spider in it, but that's just me. But you're not going to see him wearing other costumes because he really only has one costume so far.
I'm going to go off Andrew. Since you brought Scarlet Spider, I'm just going to throw my theory. What I think should have happened with Spider-Man in the comics and today. And
I think we might agree on this. We might have talked about this off camera one time. So, but continue.
It's not because I noticed you follow me on Twitter now. You're on Twitter. What I think the perfect Spider-Man timeline would be. Did you read that at all?
Not yet.
Okay. Clone Saga happens. When Peter gets revealed to be the clone, Ben Reilly becomes Spider-Man, stays Spider-Man. Peter has the baby with Mary Jane, moves to Portland. And for the next 20 years in continuity, up until the clone conspiracy, Ben Reilly is Spider-Man. And then he ended up dying in a battle with the Jackal. And you can't complain because you get 20 years of Ben Reilly Spider-Man, Mike. Yep. And so then Ben Reilly dies. Miles Morales becomes the one Spider-Man, and Peter mentors him like he does in the Spider-Verse movie. And that's now you lose the redundancy of having a bunch of Spider-Men, and Miles is the only Spider-Man, and Peter's kind of like the Obi-Wan. And he's also raising baby May, to being Spider-Girl also eventually. So that's my perfect Spider-Man timeline right now.
I could be okay with that because no, I'm not. I'm done.
Take a drink, Mike.
I kind of always liked that Ben Reilly. I like that Ben Reilly is the better Spider-Man. He always was, I think. I'll never agree with him dying, but here we are. But that would be a great thing to do.
I mean,
it won't. But
I mean, Peter Parker. I mean, if he has a family, obviously he has to do that. That's his choice rather than being Spider-Man. But honestly, I'll be honest with you. As far as Spider-Man comics go, after One More Day, although I've enjoyed stories afterwards and Brand New Day and Dan Slott's run, and right now, Peter Parker's. I've lost all emotional investment in Peter Parker after One More Day. His story is just over for me now. And now they're just kind of retreading old, like Stan Lee, Jerry Conway tropes, and it's fine, it's entertaining, but Peter Parker's story is over after One More Day. That Peter Parker died for me at the end. So.
Yeah, he hasn't been exactly the same there. I mean, we talked about the Spencer run and how it feels like post-clone Psycho Spidey, and it's been good. They got to fucking wrap up this Kindred bullshit storyline. Yeah. But honestly, I'm at the point now where if they get to a Amazing Spider-Man 1000 and physical release, and then they go digital after that, I'll be okay with that. I'm not even blown away by stories anymore. I don't know if it's just gonna be getting older or.
No, they're fine, but it's they're not doing anything you haven't seen already before. It's just now Spencer's run was batting clean up the slot. Now it's kind of like, hey, remember Tri-Sentinel? Remember, hey, you want the real Kraven back? And you like Kraven dead? We're gonna make him dead, but we're still gonna have your cake and eat it too, and give you a Kraven. It looks just like the real Kraven, but it's a clone of his side. It just seems like it's just more and the whole Kindred thing, which is entertaining. It's just Hobgoblin mystery all over again. It's another mystery.
So for me, like I said, I can feel like I have a complete run if they stop at 1,000 and it goes digital after that, because as soon as they go digital, 1,000, I'm good.
I agree, Mike. You're right.
I'm not blown away by books anymore. If I want to read the old stuff, I'll just read the old stuff, you know.
I've been reading a lot of Silver Age comics, Silver Age Superman and Batman, and like it's crazy, but it's very, very fun. A lot of it. Yeah.
All right. Not to shift our discussion a little. I still want to talk Spider-Man, but I want to kind of go back to PS5. What do you guys have? You guys actually seen the special edition Miles Morales PlayStation 5?
I saw it briefly. I thought it was like a fan made it, so I didn't know how real it was.
I thought it was. I thought it was on the. It wasn't real.
It might. I don't know. I mean, again, it's not gonna matter to me because by the time I get a PS5, that Miles Morales one will be fucking through the roof anyways in price.
Look like the one from the movie where it's like the spray painted fighter. I haven't seen it, so I heard there might be one, but I don't know.
No, it's the exact same shape and make as a PS5. It's just that it's black with the red trim, and I think it's like Miles Morales spider suit colors. Nifty, looks pretty cool.
Well, we said before that the Spider-Man PS4 game and now the standalone game and the Spider-Verse they do Miles better than they actually do in the comic book, and that's there's something to be said that they need to like focus.
I think they did Miles Morales great in the PS4 game. Like when you got to play as him those times, for what it was worth, they held your hand, but you were invested, like you said.
I think Miles is great in everything but the comics. I think the comics he was great initially, and then
I read the Miles book, and I agree. Like it's just they're playing it too safe with him, and they did it so much better in the game and the movie than they do in the book. And I don't know. I've had my thoughts about it, and like it's just I don't know. They do it right in that movie, and they do it right in the game. So hopefully.
Anybody else have a weird audio connection right now, or no? It's just me.
You're coming in fairly well. You're breaking up a little, but you haven't like broken up. There's been times where Mike's been straight up frozen, like for like a good 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I think a good portion of that, Mike, is you might want to think about not being your basement.
Yeah, that's true. Because the internet connection's great. I keep getting internet.
Yeah.
Maria's working, so.
Yeah, like probably next time we do. Like I'm right above my router, so how am I coming in?
You come in once in a while. The audio sounds a little like auto body.
Yeah, no.
But I shut the Wi-Fi off my phone, so maybe it's because the Wi-Fi's on all devices in my house. I don't know. But...
Well, I haven't found that microphone, Steve, so I don't know if I have it or not.
Oh, you didn't find it yet? No, I'll take a look at my. I can't find it anywhere. So because I asked Ben, he goes, "Oh, I think Mike's borrowing it," but
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys are more like into the video games. As far as like mechanics of the game, you guys looking forward to anything to improve?
Honestly, they got it for the most part right. I had no problems with it. If there was a real problem with it, it's not necessarily a problem. It's just that every fighting game of this style is Batman Arkham Asylum now. Yeah, and that's fine. It's all right, but it is kind of to be expected. It kind of gives you that feeling at the end of the day, we have played this game already.
Yeah.
The fights they're a little button mashy a little bit. Like you just kind of like, and then they can do whatever. I mean, all Spider-Man games have been like that for the past like 20 years. But I've been playing like a lot of Street Fighter lately, and I've really come to appreciate the having to learn combos and like execute combos rather than just like
Yeah. Having it do it for you, pretty much. Yeah. Oh no, it's great when you can pull off something just out of nowhere. I've been actually playing Mortal Kombat 11 a lot lately. So yeah, every time I can get the free tallies going, it's just great.
I've just been playing Outer Worlds on the Switch. I used to be good.
You got it for a Switch?
Yeah.
How does it run?
The frame rate's a little bit slower. So like, it's all right, but it's it is what it is.
That was the first game I played when I got the Xbox One X. I was like, all right, that's it. I played it that morning when I got home, put the Xbox One X. So I'm like, blah blah blah. I played it, and I noticed a difference. I was like, oh wow, this runs quite a lot smoother now.
Yeah.
So I just want to know how like the Switch. You ended up playing The Witcher 3 on your Switch, right?
Yeah, I haven't got too far in it yet, but I've been playing it. Yeah.
Does that look? I know you never really played the PS4, Xbox One.
No, I really know. I think it definitely feel like it's downgraded from the PS4 version, but I'm not going to complain about it.
I'm looking at my neighbors outside the window right now.
What are they doing?
I know. The nose bag.
Switch your camera to that. That'd be great.
I don't think you're allowed to do that legally without their permission.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as PS5 goes, you guys get anything? I mean, I know my son got Last of Us 2 coming in. That's for PS4 though, I think. So, but
yeah, they'll remaster. That'll come out for PS5. You know it.
Had they not made that announcement, I probably would have today. I probably would have picked up Last of Us 2. But because now I know it's coming out for PS5, I can wait. And the funny thing is, this kind of happened like right before when the PS4 was coming out. I was actually going to buy it off my friend for PS3, and then they announced it. I was like, well, I'll just wait for that.
Yeah.
It's tradition now.
Yeah, they only showed a few showcases of games. They didn't show anything else really. And they mentioned Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out next year. I thought I saw Ratchet and Clank in one of the videos too. So
I wanted to play the new one that came out for PS4, and it's good, but I'm just going to get into it. And I love the ones for PS2. Yeah. Like, they were great. The ones for PS3 were all right, but those PS2 ones, that trilogy, it's up there. Definitely worth getting.
I'll have to pick those up. I gotta get my PS2 collection a lot bigger.
If you're gonna pick it up, they do sell a remastered trilogy for PS3. That'd probably be the one to get.
So, you guys got anything?
Oh no. Sorry, I accidentally froze Mike with my powers. I didn't mean to.
Look at that too. Look at that pose.
Yeah, because he's in that like provocative, like, just freeze me in this pose.
One finger going like this. I don't think you can hear me at all either.
Nah, you can't even hear him. You probably got a call. And now that's his album cover. Songs from the Heart by Mike. Well, there he is. There he is. You liked your album cover, Mike.
I always knew you were a bottom. Anyway. So, I mean, that's all I got pretty much. I mean, I was going to talk about the Spider-Man games. That's the one I'm really, really interested in, really, right now. Of course, like PlayStation 5.
I mean, that's, not forget, since the new generation of consoles are coming, that also means new other superhero games other than Spider-Man. I mean, Avengers is still
to be out for PS5.
Right, yeah, that's supposed to be out for PS4, Xbox One, but they'll release it for these. Might as well. So
that's what they do now. They just remaster games and put it on the next gen systems.
Hey, it worked. I'm not saying I'm an intelligent man.
I heard they're remastering a handful of Mario games for the Switch.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the one that that they actually are remastering is Super Mario 3D World, which came out for the Wii U. Great game, and it is seriously the last game on the Wii U worth playing.
I love that game. That game's a beautiful game.
Yeah, I love the game too, and it's just a shame with the Wii U because every other game, I'm talking exclusive, I'm not talking like Twilight Princess HD or anything like that came out for Wii U, you can play on the Switch now.
Yeah.
Or a better version of that on the Switch.
I'm looking forward to a HD Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. Mario Sunshine, I think, is like the Pinkerton of like the 3D Mario games, where it gets very underappreciated.
Yeah,
and great.
I hope they do this. If they remake 64 one, I hope they do it like a DS version. We have Luigi. You can play as Yoshi, and Wario. I absolutely love that version, and now it just makes me sick to play it because it's it doesn't age very well. But I would love to see that remaster with them in it.
I know that
actually. Good. No, you go.
Oh, no, you go.
Because with all these audio problems, I feel like someone's starting to talk. I'm like, wait, is he talking or am I talking? The only thing I'll say is I actually just recently did a Mario 64 run, and I think the game still holds up.
It does.
I never had a problem with camera at all.
Even Ocarina of Time still holds up. We haven't released the videos yet, but we were replaying them, and until that lag issue, it held up fine.
I think the cameras in 64 are better in 64 than they are in Ocarina of Time. There's angles in Ocarina where you just can't get out of them, no matter what, unless you move around the character. With 64, any angle you can.
The stealth mission.
Yeah.
Always that stealth mission.
The games I would love to see them. I would love to see them. They did. What was that last Zelda that came out for the 3DS? A Link.
Link Between Worlds.
Link Between
Oh, no.
Worlds. This was a remake of it, right?
Oh yeah, they remade that for the Switch.
I would love if they did that, but did that with the 2 Mario Land games, Mario Land and Mario Land. Oh my god, I'd love to see a 3D version of those games.
I would just love for them to bring back the gameplay of Super Mario Brothers 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
literally the same. What I was gonna say.
Yeah. I remember when they announced they had new Super Mario Brothers, and everyone played. It was great. And then they announced new Super Mario Brothers 2. This was back in the day, and I was excited because I thought it was a new Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was a new Super Mario Brothers 2. Yeah, like it's just boo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would even love if they did Super Mario 2 in the style of Mario 3D World. If they
Yeah.
just- I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, all the 3D Mario games. Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy is my second favorite Mario game of all time.
Did you ever play Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I feel that has some elements from Part 2 in there with like the throwing of vegetables and stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those characters, because it's Doki Doki Panic, they're not really Mario characters.
Yeah.
I think Wart's only appeared one other time in another game.
He needs to be in Smash so bad.
Oh yeah, well they got King Koopa, basically Wart, pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean,
Yeah, no. Anyone tells me I want Waluigi in the game, I'm like, oh. They're like, I can think of 5 better characters. Come on.
I want Mauser. I want him throwing bombs.
Something, yeah. I mean, Christ, give me a level that's based off the Fry Guy fight where he flies around and you have to dodge him.
The only ones I know won't be ever is the Mario RPG characters like Malo and those. I think SquareSoft owns the rights to those. I think
A lot of people want to see Gino, and that would be great. I agree with that one.
he's a trophy in Smash Brothers. You can get him.
He's a costume, I believe, too. I think he.
Yeah, I know there's a whole rights issue with them where I think like SquareSoft did like the bulk. It's basically a SquareSoft game like licensed by Nintendo. So.
All I know is I hope they release every single Mario character for Smash Bros. Except Luigi. Just to piss people off.
I don't have a hate on for the man. If he comes out, I'll play as him.
No,
I just think
people have such an erection for that character. And it's like, who cares? He's a dumb character.
He's meant for sports games and Mario Party, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. You're playing Mario Tennis? Here you go.
Yeah, technically he's in Smash Bros. He's an assist trophy. There you go.
Yeah, you know.
He's actually a pain in the ass trophy, too. He smashes you into the ground.
You know, we get all these damn Fire Emblem characters. I want to see more Sonic characters.
They're all the same character. It's the same goddamn character.
I'm pretty sure the guy that works on Fire Emblem, it's like the same company that works on Smash Brothers, or like they're interrelated. So that's why you get a lot of them, because they can.
I don't know.
How many are there? Like 9, 10 Fire Emblem characters?
Lost count. Too many. There's too many. That's for sure. Yeah, you could be putting like Crash Bandicoot in there. You could be putting Sackboy from Little Big Planet in there. I mean, they're not Nintendo characters, but I mean, neither is Mega Man or Sonic and stuff. I think it'd be cool to kind of throw those characters in.
One character that was leaked and I would love is Bill Reiser and Lance Bean from Contra. They'd be cool in there. Yeah. I didn't think it was like, because it's too too violent, but still, I support it. Oh no.
Hi, Mike.
Well,
I didn't know he was frozen.
I know. No, it's because he's in this freaking basement. Get out of the basement, Mike.
I like Earthworm Jim in Smash Brothers.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah, they should bring back like all those 90s mascots like Arrow the Acrobat and Bubsy. I want to see Bubsy versus Cloud Strife, god damn it. I want to see
If you're not giving me that, you're not doing your job, Nintendo.
Yeah. It kicked him out again.
All right, so invite yourself in.
Yeah.
Participants. I'm waiting for you, Mike. Oh, jeez Louise.
I just realized now that we stopped talking, it's really hot.
I had my fan on high, but now I have it on low, but it's not doing the job at all. And this shirt's not breathing. Oh, there he is.
There we go.
Don't sit down. Keep on walking around like it's the West Wing.
Put on your jacket, all awesome like. While you're fucking.
Well, you know what? I think we talked all week.
We need to get us back together in my game room, doing what we do best. No lag.
Well, you know what? I think we talked
Yeah,
about the PlayStation 5. I think we should probably just wrap this up before we have any more technical difficulties.
Yep.
You guys, anything else you want to add?
Okay, well, as far as I'm just saying, I implore anybody to not be a fanboy. Treat all consoles, all games with the respect that they deserve. I will be getting a PS5, not gonna lie, and I hope it brings me just as much enjoyment as the last four.
Guys, the 16-bit wars are over. We don't need whatever bit war we're on now. That's all I gotta say.
Amen.
Don't be fanboys about anything. Just enjoy things. Like, you know, if you like a certain system, just like it. Who cares what anybody says?
They really are.
Yeah.
The Xbox is better. You know, guys, play your systems you like. Stop ragging on people.
Exactly. You know.
I've been on Twitter so much. I seriously have to come off because I'm so like depressed and like disgusted with like humanity just being on Twitter for 5 minutes, and it's like
that'll do it to you.
It's literally Twitter is literally like planning and executing like, you know, a litter of puppies, where it's like, you know, you feel shitty before, during, and after, and like just stay off Twitter. You know, I say, and stop being such a toxic fan. Like, you know, that you're I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it because I won't be able to stop.
No. There's nothing wrong with just being decent, you know, and that's all you got to try to do. It's hard sometimes. You know, I look at some things, I'm like, oh god damn, that's stupid. But I try to see it from another perspective. Yeah, that's all.
Seriously, but well, that's a good note to end things on, I think.
Yeah.
All
All right.
And have a good day, guys, and I hope you guys all stay cool. Steve, I'll let you sign us off since it's your show.
What he said. You know what? Happy anniversary to Cake Burger. We got more videos to come. We got more video games to play, more comics to talk about, more movies to talk about. Eventually, the world's gonna be back to normal, and so will we. We'll all be back in the same room together, and it's gonna be great. Everybody, stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. See you later, guys.
How do you stop this thing?
No.